My boyfriend looked at her with admiration. 30 seconds later, his face collapsed into horror. For 20 years, my mother told everyone that I chose to be a hot dog for Halloween. They called her creative, supportive fun. But I remember crying in that costume, while girls twirled in princess dresses. She said it was a joke. It was not, it was punishment. And last weekend, I finally told the truth, but the darkest part was that no one saw it coming. I wanted to be Snow White. I sang her songs. I cleaned like her. I even made hot dogs, like she did for the dwarfs. My dad signed me up early for the Snow White role in ballet class. It was my whole world. Then I made a mess cooking. That is when my mother decided Snow White was a bad influence. She canceled my ballet slot behind my back. And the night before Halloween, she handed me a hot dog costume. Not a funny one, a cheap, trashy, embarrassing costume from the dollar store, she said. If I did not wear it, I would never be allowed to watch Snow White again. I was 8. I gave in. At school, I was the only joke in a room full of royalty girls, whispered, laughed my mom. Took photos, she smiled, and later she turned it into her favorite story. The creative mom whose quirky daughter asked to be a hot dog. I smiled and nodded every time she told it at birthdays, holidays, with every new boyfriend. Until last weekend. A commercial came on, a little girl in a hot dog costume. My mother lit up and turned to my boyfriend. She said you should have seen her. She insisted on being different. But this time I interrupted. That is not what happened. Silence him. I told him everything, the obsession, the canceled role, the kitchen, the threat, the crying. I said you forced me into that costume. I pretended you were the evil queen just to survive that day. My boyfriend's face shifted. Admiration turned into confusion, then into disgust. My brother froze, processing. My mom was speechless. I kept going. You told that story for 20 years. You turned my trauma into your creativity. You humiliated me and called it parenting. She got up and walked out. Later, my brother said she was crying over the photo album she kept, whispering she was so little. The costume she called fun, now it looked like evidence, the story she loved. Now it sounded like abuse. And all it took to break her perfect image was 7 words. That is not what actually happened. Rewatch and find the 3 clues she used to cover the truth.